Have you ever wondered how those lives stay together if so much inside a cell is constantly moving? We know strong covalent bonds build the big molecules, but here's the surprising part. The real magic of life depends on weak interactions. Forces so tiny that one of them alone can barely hold anything at all. So why would life rely on weak forces? Because weak interactions can form and break. Two molecules can meet, do something important, and then drift apart. That flexibility keeps the cell's chemistry in motion. There are several kinds of these weak interactions. You already met ionic bonds in water, but two of the most important ones are hydrogen bonds and van der Waals interactions. But what makes a hydrogen bond special? A hydrogen bond begins when hydrogen is covalently bonded to something electronegative, usually oxygen or nitrogen. The more electronegative atom pulls the shared electrons toward itself, leaving hydrogen with a tiny positive charge. That slight positive charge lets it reach out to a nearby electronegative atom and form a gentle attraction. That attraction is a hydrogen bond. It's weak on its own, but when thousands or millions of them form together, they shape the behavior of water, hold DNA strands together, and give proteins their shapes. But how about molecules that aren't polar at all? Can they still stick together? Electrons don't orbit smoothly or evenly. They flicker, they shift. At any given moment, they might pile up on one side of a molecule, creating a tiny negative region, and leave the other side slightly positive. That molecule can attract another. These fleeting attractions are called van der Waals interactions. One of them is practically nothing, but many at once can be surprisingly strong. But how strong? Strong enough for a gecko to walk straight up a wall. A gecko's toes are covered in hundreds of thousands of microscopic hairs. Each hair splits in even smaller branches, creating an enormous amount of surface contact with the wall. So instead of one tiny van der Waals interaction, millions happen at the same time. Together, they can support the entire gecko's weight. These interactions don't only happen between separate molecules. They also happen within big molecules like protein and nucleic acids, helping them to fold onto the precise shapes they need to work. When you add up these countless tiny interactions, they reinforce the three-dimensional structure of important molecules like DNA and proteins. So while strong bonds build the molecules of life, it's the countless big interactions working together that allow those molecules to move, change, and do their jobs. Sometimes, the smallest forces are the ones that hold life together. In the next video, we'll discover why water is so essential to life and the hidden chemical features that give it such unusual behavior.